another edition of Truck Talk. This one is your 2022 Wildcard round in the NFL. I'm Rick Dolo. That, of course, over there is VIP. Today, we have a very special co-host, Jim Moore. Give it up for Jim Moore. Jim Moore, what do you have to say about playoffs?
What's that? Playoffs?
Alrighty then. Okay, so going ahead and kicking off the 2022 wild card round in the NFL, my man, VIP, man. What you think, man? What you think about the matchups coming up this week, man, in the NFL?
Oh, we know we got some great matchups. It was a up and down season. I can't believe some of the games that the teams that won this year. Some were upsets. I couldn't believe Detroit got some victories. That was crazy. But now we ain't talking about those upsets. But we here to talk about the playoffs, the wild card round. We're gonna go right into it. We got the first off, Las Vegas Raiders against the Cincinnati Bengals. We got Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. We got Chase out there catching them balls. But then we got the Raiders out there.
We got the Raiders,
Carr.
man.
We got also. Oh, that boy Renfro been acting up.
Yeah.
So I say this was the toughest one for me.
Really?
Try to pick. Yeah, because you don't know what Bengals team is gonna come. Bengals have had up and down year. The games you expect them to come and win, they don't. The games you expect them to say, all right, it's going to be a close game. They're going to lose or something. They might lose. They blow teams out. I'm like, so what Bengals think? We know Joe Burrow. He got injured at that last game. Then he was in the locker room with a cigar in his mouth, just doing them dirty. So Joe Burrow seems to be healthy. It's his first playoff game. But Vegas is hungry. You know, they lost their coach this season. They lost their wide receiver to the DUI situation. And they still came back and made the playoffs. Unexpected. They had a tough game to get to the playoffs. It was either win or don't get in. So that hunger is coming to the playoffs. I'm gonna pick the Raiders for this one. I think the Raiders gonna pull it out. And beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna roll with the Raiders coming in with that hunger.
Dude,
what you got to say?
You picked the Raiders?
I picked the Raiders. I picked the Raiders.
Man,
that's what happened. That's what happened.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. All season you've been pro Cincinnati, man. You like Joe and Joe. I thought you was from Chicago for a second. You know, we were in the shower. We'd be like, "What up, Joe?" You know, back in the day. You know, you was on the Joe and Joe. So, man, I just knew you was gonna come in rocking with the Bengals, man. But you know, I feel you there. I feel you. But the thing is, man, whether you talking about Cincinnati or whether you talking about the Raiders, like, you really don't know which team is going to show up for either one of those teams. You know, Cincinnati, they were up and down all season. So were the Raiders. Both of them knocked off playoff teams during the course of the season, and both of them lost to nobodies during the course of the season. So, I mean, man, I just don't know. You know, the Raiders, they had that defensive line. You know, they coming solid up front with them front four on the defense. They like one of the top teams in the league, if not the top team in the league. We know everything that they went through early in the season, which makes their story so much more fascinating. You know what I mean? Like, I really love the Raiders story, just overcoming everything that they went through during the course of the season with Gruden, you know, with the receiver, you know, and the DUI situation. Like, it's really an amazing team, and it makes for an excellent story. Not saying they're gonna go real deep into the playoffs or anything like that, but I'm feeling them. But the Bengals been heating up lately. Joe and Joe balling. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon. But Joe Burrow is the most sacked quarterback in the league. That old line is suffering. It's been suffering all season. Yet and still, they managed to muster out wins. So, can they break the curse of Bo Jackson? I don't know. I don't know. But in any case, with that wintry mix that's supposed to be, in that stadium for this game, I'm gonna have to go with Las Vegas as well, man. I'm rocking with the Raiders, Doc. So I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Man, dude, I thought you was for sure going with Cincinnati, bro. You be flipping, bro. You be flipping,
Hey,
you be flipping. What's
hey,
up?
just playing smart football. This smart football. I think it's
Okay.
smart. That's all it is. Cause
Okay.
like you said, like I mean, the end of the season with the Raiders, oh man, it's been magical. So I
Yeah.
mean, and then you got the spirit of John Madden coming in there too. You know what I'm saying?
He said the
So
spirit of John, man.
so
Dude,
hey,
facts.
it's too much
Yeah.
lure around the Raiders. So I'm gonna give them a first round. I ain't saying I'm picking them for the second round, but at least first round, I think they're gonna
Yeah.
come up and beat Cincinnati. We'll see how that goes. On to the next game, though. We got the New England Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. Oh man, come on, come on. Hands down, hands down. You cannot outcoach Belichick. Buffalo has had New England's number during the season. I think they split it. The game in New England, Buffalo
Yeah.
won. The game in Buffalo, New England won. And so they went back and forth with 1-1 during the season, and they said it themselves. There's no coach out there that gets better prepared for a game after seeing a team than Belichick. And it's playoff time, baby. Come on, man. That's hands down. We going with Belichick. I'm not betting against Belichick in the playoffs, especially for somebody who ain't been there that often. Come on, this is New England hands down. What you got to say about it?
Yeah, man. I feel you, man. I really like New England throughout the course of the season, man. Of course, you already know Belichick is the driving force behind New England all day, every day. Dude's solid. He been solid back when he had Brady, and he continued being solid. The only thing I'm kind of iffy about with New England, you got a rookie quarterback over there. Rookies don't tend to win their first playoff game. Rookies usually lose their first playoff game, and with that, I'm kind of like, Buffalo is a much more potent offense. Um, New England has the largest offensive line in the league. I'm gonna tell you the killer right here, the real big difference maker, the weather. You're supposed to have bad weather for this game, which kind of kills Josh Allen's offensive scheme as far as throwing the ball. You should see um, game plans for this game, and then on top of that, the Patriots won earlier this season 14-10 and only threw the ball 3 times under a Belichick scheme. So a lot of people are anticipating that the Patriots will come back with a similar game plan, whereas the Bills are expected to kind of air it, or at least attempt to air it out, given that the weather is aligns with what their game plan is. This is a tough one, man, because the Bills have a much more potent offense. But man, how can you bet against Belichick, Doc? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna tell you what made me decide to go with the Patriots. The Bills are practicing inside. they're practicing inside. When I found out the Bills were practicing inside, like it's kind of like when Rocky fought the Russian, and the Russian was inside. He was like doing all these exercises, and he like inside on the machinery, and Rocky like in the middle of the country in Russia, and he doing these sit-ups, and like he doing all these extreme, exhausted exercises, like out in the elements and everything. It's just something about the elements. It's something about being out there. It's something about actually practicing the same way that you're gonna play. That really makes a difference, if you ask me, especially when it comes to the cold. Everybody knows that Josh Allen does not like to play in the cold. Here it is, a cold situation. They're practicing inside, man. I don't think they're going to be properly prepared, to be honest with you. That, combined with the fact that Belichick is on the other side, man, I got to rock with the Patriots too, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else to say. Let's go to the next one.
That's it.
We got the Philadelphia Eagles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ain't nothing to get excited about. We know what this is. Philly made their way into the playoffs, but they're gonna die real quick. The Eagles gonna fall out the sky. And Tampa Bay is just gonna check it out. Like that's all it's gonna be. There's no need to assume that this is gonna be an upset. This is not gonna be an upset. Brady is going to handle business. They got rid of Antonio Brown, but that's not even going to be a factor in this one. It's against the Eagles. It's against the Eagles. So first round of the playoffs, we're going to go with Tampa Bay. Not to say I'm going to pick them further down the road. We'll see what the colorblind Tom Brady going to do further down the road. He's going to give the Eagles one. But, they ain't going to do nothing with it. That defense is going to be potent against the Eagles. Hurts has never been there before. They're going to try to confuse them. Going with Tampa Bay. What you got?
Yeah, man, I'm the same way, man. I'm rocking with Tampa Bay on this one. Philadelphia is known for their run game. Number one run game in the NFL this year, 2021-22 season. But look who they played. They also had one of the easiest schedules of all the teams in the NFL. So, given the people that they played, yeah, they had some success with the run, but they didn't beat anybody. They beat all the teams that you would imagine that they would beat, and lost to all the teams that you would think they would get beat by, including Tampa Bay, So, yeah, I'm rocking with Tampa Bay, man. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, if Jalen Hurts can pull this one out, I guess I just look at him a little bit differently, Like, hey, maybe y'all can, upset some of these bigger teams. But, I mean, Tampa Bay is not as strong this year as what they were last year. But yeah. 0-6 against playoff teams, like, yeah, I can't rock with the Eagles. As much as I love underdogs, I can't rock with the Eagles on this one, man. So yeah, we sticking with Tampa Bay.
All right, so on to the next one. Now this game right here, we're taking San Francisco 49ers into Big D, Dallas Cowboys. You know who I'm picking. There's no need for me to even talk about it. But I will. So we got the boys up in here. We got Dak Prescott, who everybody's talking about. Which Dak Prescott is going to come to play? We got a trio of wide receivers. We did lose one. Wide receiver. He had, I think it was an ankle injury or a knee injury. And it's sad to see, because he was out there doing the thing. He was doing his thing. But even without Gallup, we got Cedric Wilson. We got CeeDee Lamb. And we got a boy that we picked up from the Raiders. So we got the trio of wide receivers. Then you also got a trio of tight ends. And then we got the double header of running back in the backfield. Because Tony Pollard will be healthy for this game. He's going to play. Zeke's going to play. Zeke did end up with 1,000 yards this season Everybody was wondering why. Let me tell y'all something. I was reading all the reviews on Twitter. I was listening to all the commentators like, why play? Why play? Because it's football. You a grown men. Everybody was like, oh, they should rest. They should rest. They should rest. They got the game. They got the playoff. They number one in the division. This game doesn't matter. So what?
Yeah.
Continue to play football. Continue to get your body ready. Zeke said it best. He rested previously before the playoffs, and they came to the playoffs and they stunk. They wasn't prepared because they rested. Your body got to move. When you playing sports, when you about to run track and field, basketball, baseball, whatever, when you about to play sports, you got to stretch, right? You got to get warmed up. So stay warmed up. Keep the muscles moving. Go out and play. I ain't even mad at them. I ain't even mad at them playing.
Yeah.
You got to do what to do. We got Parsons coming in there. He's off the COVID protocol. We got the defense ready. Hey, man, come on, man. Hey, hands down, Dallas Cowboys going to beat up San Francisco. Everybody was talking. It seemed like that was the only playoff game. I thought it was a Super Bowl. Since y'all was talking about it so much, y'all love to hate the Cowboys. So, shoot. Is this the Super Bowl or is this the playoffs? There's 5 other playoff games this weekend, and you barely heard nothing about them.
Yeah.
All I heard was Dallas Cowboys this, Dallas Cowboys. What's Dallas Cowboys team going to play? Can San Francisco do it? Man, come on, man. Stop. Put some respect on the name, boy. Let's go. What you got to say about it?
Well, obviously, you're very passionate. You're very passionate about this topic. We can see, but understandably so. That's them your boys. The Dallas Cowboys. That is, man. San Francisco is bringing some heat, man. That's all it is to it. Everybody's been saying it. They coming physical. Can Ezekiel Elliott and his nose ring, keep up with the physicality that the 49ers are bringing? Like, I don't know, but no, not taking anything away from Zeke, man, because we know he's an excellent back. We know that Dak Prescott is. He's put up excellent numbers all season, but he has a reputation of really doing his thing in the playoffs. We're talking about a guy who outshot Brady at one point in time, when he was with the Patriots. We know that he has an arsenal of receivers, of running backs. Everything at his disposal. Probably one of the most, talented teams as far as future Pro Bowlers, with the exception of maybe the Rams, as far as players go. So Dallas definitely has the advantage when it comes to arsenal over here. The 49ers, just that grunt, more so than anything. And I like the 49ers, they won 3 of the last 4. They got Deebo Samuel. They got George Kittle over there. You already know Jimmy G, who ain't no telling which Jimmy G we gonna get. Ain't no telling. Jimmy G, the G, or Jimmy G, the Gimp. Ain't no telling. Trent Williams also just came back. I don't know if you knew about that on that old line. So Trent Williams, one of the best old linemen in the game ever, gonna be up there blocking to help them run. And we know that Debo like to get behind Trent. We know that and run that ball. So I don't know. It'd be an interesting game, man. But I got to go with the Arsenal. I'm gonna give the Cowboys the benefit of the doubt this year, that they're not going to blow it. Given the amount of talent that they have on their team, there's no reason that the Cowboys should not win this game, okay? The Cowboys should definitely win this game. If they lose it, it's theirs to lose. Let's just put it like that. I don't see San Francisco beating the Cowboys. Although San Francisco is a solid team, they are not as good as the Cowboys. Let me make that very loud and clear. They are not as good as the Cowboys. If the Cowboys come in here BSing and throw this game away, then, hey, they threw it away. And San Francisco will be glad to take the opportunity to move on to the second round. But I don't see that happening. I'm rocking with the Cowboys on this one. I'm on your squad. I'm with you. I'm with you on this one, Doc. Yeah, so we rocking with the Cow. Man, we got all these picks in common, dude. Did you cheat off of my paper or something, man? Dude, you saw my picks, man. What's really going on, dude? All right, what we got next?
Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. We have your boy, and I talked about them earlier, not being a steel curtain; it was more like a shower curtain. But Uncle Ben tried to turn to Big Ben. He's going out this season. Went out with a bang in the last home game. Got the walk off win in the stadium. I won't have a chance to have his own. I doubt he'll have had a chance to play it at home during the playoffs because they were the last seed. The last seed to get in. But they will get to the second round. I think they're gonna come and bring their A game. Big Ben is gonna try to be Big Ben for the playoffs and try to give y'all something to talk about in his latter days of his career. He doesn't want to go out with an L, so he's gonna try to go out with a W. Not just make the playoffs, but win in the playoffs. I think he's gonna be the giant on that team and talk to the team in the locker room, motivate them, and try to get them ready to do what a veteran do, and get that squad ready and come out balling. Weather's not going to be much of a factor because both teams play in the cold. I know that storm easy, and I'm in it right now. I know it's supposed to hit Missouri, hit Kansas, hit Iowa, hit Minnesota this weekend. But I don't think it's going to have an effect on the game as far as the outcome. Both teams play outdoors in the weather. Both teams are up north. And so I think Pittsburgh's going to pull it off. What you got to say?
Hold on. What you say? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I think Pittsburgh's going to pull it off.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. I think I need to get me some, what you call them things? The Q-tips. I think I need some Q-tips because I thought I saw a funny cat. I thought he said that Pittsburgh was about to win this game, and I don't know, man. Like, I love an underdog. I love an excellent underdog, man. Big Ben, he's going out this year. It's his last year playing, man. Just a legacy career. Somebody to be talked about in the future. But do I see him winning this game? Nah, I don't. I don't see Big Ben winning this game, man. I see him getting beat by the smallest possible margin that a player could get beat by, maybe like 1 point or something like that. I see him going out with a fight. I definitely see him going out with a fight, but they gonna play in the cold, and I don't know, maybe his arthritis gonna start acting up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Big man, he just got a lot of issues going on. He's not the same guy. I mean, the Steelers do have an excellent defense. And if the Steelers are going to win this game, it would have to start there. It would have to start with the defense, and it's going to have to be a low-scoring game. The Steelers are not going to win a shootout with the Chiefs. It ain't going to happen. So if the Steelers can shut the Chiefs down, starting with their run game, then maybe they can keep this to a low-scoring game and be able to pull it out in the end. Because Big Ben got one good drive left in him. Now that he does have. You know what I'm saying? If they can get to the fourth quarter and Big Ben got the winning for him, watch out KC, because Big Ben he gonna dig deep. You know what I'm saying? He gonna dig real deep inside, and he gonna find it. Cold or no cold, Arthur or no Arthur, he gonna find what it takes, you know. But I just don't see it being close in the end, man. You know, with all the weapons that KC has, throwing the ball, I don't know though, man, because the Steelers with their defense, with them getting T.J. Watt back. You know, the sack leader. I mean, he missed games. He was still the sack and tackle leader in the NFL. You know, like, dude is a beast. I don't know, man. It's rough. I could see an upset. I could see an upset, but I won't. I won't.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm rocking with KC on this one, man. Plus, I got people from KC, man. I can't be, you know, rapping for the Steelers. My family, KC, they gonna be hitting me up. Rick Dolo, how you go? You know, come on, man. I ain't got time to be hearing all that, man. So yeah,
hey,
I'm
you ain't got to
KC.
hit. You ain't got to hit. Hey, I'm still gonna say it. They gonna catch that L. Hey, you can put it on me. They catching that L.
You think
They
so?
catching that L. Oh yeah.
Man, if Big Ben pull that one off, well, I'm gonna buy him a drink from here. You hear me? Real, because he deserve it. Sure.
All right. All right. So we're gonna move on to the Monday night game, the first ever Monday night game of NFL playoffs. There's never been another NFL playoffs that's been on Monday night, and it's featuring your Arizona Cardinals and your LA Rams.
Yeah.
Oh man, LA is not ready for the playoffs. They are not a playoff ready. They started off hot, and they didn't continue that through the entire season. We didn't know what Stafford we was getting. We looked at this team full of all-stars, and we didn't know which all-star was going to show up. And now we got the Arizona Cardinals that come in, and they the best road team in the NFL right now. And guess where they're at? On the road in LA. So how can you bet against the team that wins on the road, not in here in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals with this one. They're gonna have a playoff victory over the Rams.
You going with Arizona, man?
I'm going with Arizona. I'm going with the midget in the quarter for the quarterback that's gonna run all over the field.
Oh my goodness. He picked Arizona. I'm gonna tell you what. At first, I was gonna pick Arizona. Cause you know me, I was hyping Arizona the whole season. But Arizona had Hopkins. They ain't got Hopkins no more. Hopkins, you do know that Hopkins ain't playing this game, right?
I know that.
And you still picking Arizona. See, Arizona is a totally different team without DeAndre Hopkins.
That's true.
on that long ball. Because, see, he stretches out the defense. And when you stretch something out, that means there's more area to work with. But when you don't stretch out a defense the way that it needs to be stretched out, you should know about stretching that thing out. You feel me? If you don't stretch that thing out the way it needs to be stretched out, then, well, you might have a problem. You know what I mean? Because now this defense can really just hone in on you. You know what I mean? Like a tracking missile or something. So I don't know, man. To your credit, JJ Watt just came back. We still don't know what version of JJ Watt we're gonna have, considering the type of injury that he just went through. But JJ Watt did just come back. Got Zach Ertz, AJ Green. The defense stepped up towards the end of the season, so that's an excellent thing because hopefully they can shut down the LA Rams. And I'm gonna tell you this: with DeAndre Hopkins, I definitely would have picked the Cardinals. I'm torn without DeAndre Hopkins though, because he was a major playmaker. Who's going to step up in the place of DeAndre Hopkins and catch some balls. I mean, AJ Green always had his contribution. He not gonna double up what he does. I mean, who's gonna step up and fill that role? You know, Zach Ertz gonna have to have a hell of a game in order to fill that role of DeAndre Hopkins. Um, they stumble in the red zone. You know, the Cards stumble in the red zone, so they may get down the field, but that red zone is where they had the problems at. The LA Rams, man, I don't know what to say about them. Like you say, they stacked. They got all stars. I mean, you would expect for them to be dominating, but for some reason, they just don't have the chemistry. They're like you got all of these all stars, but it's not amounting to what it should amount to. And you know, part of it is the fact that Matthew Stafford in this first year, I'm not saying that he won't improve. He's not what they wanted him to be. They wanted him to be an instant solution. Instead, he's a band-aid. And he's gotten raggedy, and it's about time to change the band-aid. You know? So, it's hard. It's hard for me. But I'm going to pick the Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams on the strength that they have more all-stars. They have more talent. And I feel like they're going to make more plays at the end of the day than the Cards are. I want to pick the Cards, but without Hopkins, I can't. Rocking with the Rams.
You know, we sent the All-Star team to the Olympics for the NBA. And they still didn't come out with the gold. So All-Stars don't matter. Hey, so look here. I
What's
understand
up,
D-Hop was out of the picture.
He out.
So I know that for sure. And you know he's a quality piece for that team. But Kellen Moore and what he can do with his feet, Zach Ertz and what he can do in the middle of that field, it's something to say. I understand what you say about the red zone. They got a quality running back. He's not getting the major numbers, but they got a quality running back that can come out of the backfield and help you out in the red zone. And then you still got to worry about that little midget feet back there getting out of there and trying to catch him. So with that being said, you can't bet against them. Plus, they're better on the road than at home. That's where they're at. They're on the road.
Yeah.
Going with the Cards.
All right. You know, any other time I would have went with the Cards. Without D Hop though, like, you know it hurt me to pick the Rams over the Cards, right? Because you know I've been like pro Cards all season, and I really wanted the Cards to go hard, but dude, they ain't got D-Hop. Like, they ain't got enough offense, man. They ain't got enough offense.
Like, I
Like,
feel you.
I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna let time tell.
We shall.
Yeah,
that
we're
we
gonna
shall.
let time tell.
So we picked 4 games the same. We got 2 different. Not closing us out. Yeah, I'll let my boy do that because he like to call on the bishops and everybody. For you to share with. But I will give y'all a little nugget next week. Next week we talk about Green Bay. Oh, and them Titans. When they come off their bye, that's gonna be something to talk about. It's gonna be some good topics for next week. But hey, I'll let my boy close it out for us.
Yeah. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to Truck Talk. I'm Rick Dolo. That's your man's VIP over there. Make sure you tell somebody about the show, man. Tell your mama, your auntie, your uncle, I don't know, your baby mama, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, nephew, niece, sister-in-law, godfather on her daddy's side. Tell somebody about the show. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe too. You know, that's important too. You tell somebody like, share, subscribe, do all of that. And just once again, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week with the results to this game and also our predictions for the next round of the 2022 NFL playoffs. Hey, with that being said, there's only one more thing to do. Peace.